So welcome to the Flipdish podcast. Today we're doing a staff spotlight and I'm joined by Lauren Hilliard. Lauren, thanks for joining me today because I know you're super busy. So tell us what's your journey been with Flipdish? How have you ended up in this room with me now?
Journey started the start of 2020. I was doing my master's in digital marketing in DIT in Dublin.
Cool.
Within that, I had to complete an internship to pass my master's and interviewed for Flipdish for that through the college. So came in here for an interview. Then COVID hit shortly after that. So I was doing my thesis at the time. Everyone in my course had their internships lined up, and slowly they kind of started to drop off because they were all in marketing and people didn't need marketing interns anymore because COVID had hit. So luckily I emailed Flipdish and was like, is my job still there? And luckily it was. So started the week of COVID in March 2020. Was at home for probably 2 years. Hadn't met anyone in the company. Started in partnerships. Was there for around 2 months, 3 months, and obviously the market started to grow completely in the takeaway industry, especially online. So I was asked to move to onboarding on the Irish team by Declan.
Cool. Was that a big switch, or was that like, were you comfortable with that, or was it like, oh yeah, a new challenge, or how did you feel about being kind of asked to move role?
No, I was happy about it. The Irish team seemed super friendly. Declan was super helpful in my first 2 months. So yeah, it was really exciting. Really busy. You had like multiple different clients on a given week, and could vary from, grocery store to a chipper down the road. So yeah, was there for around 9 months. Loved onboarding, loved every part of it. Met some really interesting people. Onboarding actually wasn't a thing before I joined it. So sales would actually go through that process with the client, but because Flipdish was going so fast that we started onboarding.
So you were onboarding for a while.
I was onboarding. I was.
Wow. Well, that's the beauty of joining so early, right? You get to set things up or start something off that you now look at, and there's obviously like multiple different people in onboarding, and you were like, well, that was originally just me.
Yeah.
It's nice, right?
It was crazy. It was myself and one other girl in the Irish team, and then they brought on a team in the UK, which then I onboarded to the onboarding team, which was fun.
Onboardception.
Yeah. Exactly. But yeah, I was there for 9 months. And then Declan came back to me and said there's a job going in customer success, which I was like, I'm liking this. I'm liking onboarding. But I knew I had to push myself to do it. So moved to customer success. Took on a book of business, and I've been in the customer success realm ever since. So started as a customer success manager, moved to senior then a couple of months later, a year later, moved to strategic account management, which we're called now. And then a year ago, I got a promotion to team lead. I manage a team of 3, and 3 exciting, and I've really I think I've had like 6 roles within Flipdish, which has been super exciting. But yeah.
It sounds great that, and Declan has come up quite a lot during this. It must be great to have like a leader in the business who like backs you, right? Who like believes that you're like the best person for something, or can see your skill set and like wants to push you on, right?
Yeah. Himself and Fiona are like the best managers I could have asked for. Like really great at giving advice, can tell me when I'm, not going in the right direction, but in a constructive way that has really helped my growth. Like when I look back now at me coming in for my master's to like my first corporate job, like this is my first corporate job, and Lauren now 5 years in is crazy. Sorry, is this interfering? I'm gonna.
Such a popular gal.
So, oh yeah. Cool.
Just wait 1 second until he's back into. Yeah, he's out of the shot.
So,
Cool.
yeah, Fiona and Declan are amazing. I couldn't be more grateful to be on their team, and yeah.
I think it's one of those things that makes coming to work a little bit easier when you know your manager kind of believes in you. You're not being micromanaged. You're not being someone over your shoulder the whole time. You know, there is that sense of like, we trust you. Go and do that. And
yeah, absolutely. And like that's how I've got to where I am today. You know, it's I've learned so many different skills, and they're always pushing me to learn something more. So yeah, I'm so grateful for it.
I've always thought the balance between like formal and then just on the job learning has been great here, because like sometimes you just get dropped into something new or a new project, or with you a completely new role where you just have to go and learn the skills that needed to do that. And then obviously the company are providing help as well at the same time. I feel like the way the company works, it like accelerates your learning and your growth, which might take way longer in like another company. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I feel that I've learned more in Flipdish than I have in like college or a master's. You know, you're really dealing with a whole wide range of people, from, you know, a large headquarters of multi-chain restaurants to one particular customer who's dealing with, you know, their day-to-day job. They're then running a restaurant in the evening, and also their day-to-day life. So yeah, it can really vary.
And how was that transition for you to like people management? What was that like? Was that daunting? Was that?
Yeah. Yeah, still learning.
Okay.
Yeah, completely. I recently have some new team members that I'm onboarding, which is a whole new challenge for myself. But they've been really great to deal with. Still a new skill that I'm kind of figuring out myself, but Flipdish itself has provided me with a lot of, you know, support in that. The people team are always going through different courses of people management, how to deal with certain situations. So yeah, been really helpful.
Yeah, it is been great, that the Flip course that they've been running recently, kind of a new manager course. I've been attending that myself, and I've really loved that as well. And I love that there's always an opportunity to upskill and just learn something new, or have someone come in. And it sounds like you've got great managers to draw things from anyway, right? You can see how they manage, and you can take a bit of
and even like across the business, like it's cool to see, you know, even myself, yourself can kind of bounce ideas off each other in that. So yeah, it's great.
And obviously you've been here, you know, quite a long time. Is there a kind of a standout moment for you of kind of real pride in either something that you did that helped the company, or just even something the company did in that time that you went like, yeah, I told people in my real life about that?
In 2023, I won Values Champion at Dish Live. So that was probably my most proud moment of my career.
Okay. Yeah, will we pause to let people finish clapping, and then we? Yeah. Excellent.
No, but that was like made my dad cry, let's say. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's that trajectory from just coming in, not really knowing much about what was going on, to the values champion for the business is like pretty amazing, right?
Yeah, it's really cool. So
and that's why you're on the podcast.
And that's why I'm here today.
That's the perfect. Yeah. So if you were going to sit down, let's say one of your friends was, you know, looking around for a job and thinking like, what are they going to do? And you were going to suggest Flipdish, what would be the reason you'd give them to come and like work for us?
I think the biggest thing for me in Flipdish is your opinion is valued. No matter what call you're on, no matter who you're talking to, whether it's someone in C-suite or, you know, I don't know, someone from a completely different part of the business, your opinion is always heard, and nobody ever questions of why you do have that opinion. It's just an open and honest like conversation. yeah, I love going on, different teams stand up, giving my opinion on what they're building, what they're working on, what processes they're doing at the moment. And they'll always take my opinion into account, which is super valuable.
Yeah, I think that's so important as well, because you've seen that, like the whole kind of onboarding process, the sales process, the success process. You're obviously in contact with customers on a regular basis, and I think it's important for other teams to value that you have that knowledge that needs to be heard, right? Otherwise, why are we building a product if the customer doesn't really want it or things like that? You have that insight. So
yeah, I think the product team probably would like me to
leave them alone.
Yeah, to just shut up for a bit, Lauren. But yeah, no, other teams are great. Like, it's really, everyone gets stuck in Flipdish. You're not, even if you're in customer success, at one point you're building a product of some sort. At one point you're answering support calls. It's kind of jumping from here and there, but I love it.
Yeah, no 2 days are really the same, are they? You're not doing exactly the same stuff. You might be going to visit clients, you might be at an expo, we're traveling as well with work. Might be over in the UK. Myself, I've been in Pakistan in the last while, the UK for training, all these kind of different places. So I love that it isn't boring. It isn't coming in and going, Monday to Friday is going to be exactly the same kind of thing, right?
Yeah. I think the flexibility as well is just it's super handy that we can come in and out when we want. You've full autonomy of your day, and nobody is questioning, what are you doing from 9 to 6 or where are you? It's just, you get your shit done, and that's it. Can I swear on this?
Kailash swear on his one, so yeah, it's same swear word as well. It's all good. Yeah, absolutely. I love that about it. If you need to make a doctor's appointment or something like that comes up, something important or a family thing, you don't feel like, oh, I better, I need to apply to go and do that. It's like, we're trusted to go and do that, and you make the time back wherever you can, and we're trusted to get the job done. And I think that's something I love about working here. It's that flexibility and freedom as well. Bit of a fun kind of social aspect to it as well. I was going to ask you about, like, you're obviously heavily involved in the social committee. What are kind of some of the best things we've done as a company to kind of outside of the office?
Yeah, I think obviously we're like, a lot of us are in the office now. It's been great because when I first started coming to the office, it was like me and one other person, and I was like, I don't know if there's any point of this, because it was still kind of COVID. Some people didn't want to be in, and understandable. But I just liked that breaking up of, coming into the office, being able to close the laptop and you're done for the day. Whereas sometimes when you're home, you're kind of in between. Social aspects, I guess social committee. We've been gathering members every month, and it's gotten pretty good. It's gotten a lot bigger than what it started at. And we've done, what have we done? Done jump zone, trampolining.
Yeah. Ball trampolining, even more epic.
A lot of pints. And
pints are always an element of it. Like, it's like that's unspoken. The pints are going to happen, and then there's we might go to play dodgeball for like 10 minutes before the pints. Yeah, I love that.
What else have we done?
Quite a few things. I think we went to the Big Grill last year, which was super fun. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, we went to Taste.
Taste was great. Obviously the big one of Dished. I just think that was fantastic. I don't know how you felt about that event, but I loved it.
No, really cool.
Yeah, it was nice to have that time, that first day with the customers, and be able to then, like, get some time with them outside of their restaurants and like the environment that you're usually speaking to them in, which is like high pressure, like, they need help with something or they need advice, to that kind of, we're all in a nice ballroom here, everyone's dolled up, and we can, have a nice, have a dinner and a drink and have that. And then to have our own staff event the next day where we could really kind of let our hair down. Yeah, it's like, the customer event is amazing because some of my customers I've been dealing with for 4 years now, and you never had a pint with them,
never had a drink with them, and never got to sit down and chat about, maybe like what they do outside of work. So building that like more authentic relationship with them was really nice. But yeah, an amazing event.
Yeah,
across the
really,
board.
really enjoyed it. And I like that, like, probably across the two hubs, right, they're both pretty good. Like with Dublin and London, I feel like the London office is also just there's an excellent atmosphere there, excellent team spirit. Like we've gone over to them a couple of times and gone on their team events and stuff like that, and just a brilliant camaraderie as well, considering obviously we were the first kind of hub here, and then obviously it's expanded to London. It just seems that they've got a great team spirit. I don't know how you kind of felt about those events we did over there as well.
Yeah.
So welcoming, right?
Very welcoming.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the events over there are always fun.
Yeah, London's just one of those cities, isn't it? There's
Yeah.
like, you could just do anything and anywhere.
Don't get Cian started on London because he won't stop.
I like the London team. Okay, they're a great bunch of people, and
The Dublin team is amazing as
no
well.
one is saying anything about the Dublin team. I've had a great couple of nights out in London, and they always make me feel like I'm part of the team when I go over.
Yeah,
and I love that. Yeah,
absolutely. They're always amazing.
Yeah. And I've been lucky enough, obviously, to have been to Karachi and met our team in Karachi. And again, it's amazing. Obviously, we have a company culture, and obviously being welcoming and supportive of one another is one of those things. And I just felt that when I went to Karachi, is that it's like they immediately just welcomed me in as I'd been there the whole time. You know, we went and played, you know, games, went to the arcade, you know, played table tennis, all this kind of stuff, just straight away. No, like, oh, it's a bit weird that we've never met this guy before. Hey, do you want to come? And like, it's just straight away. And I found that across all the different, everyone I've dealt with within Flipdish just treats you like they're a mate of yours. And I just really like that.
Yeah. If I do one thing in this job, it's to go to Karachi. So this is my request to Connor and James. Please. No, I really need to meet them because, you know, and it's so strange building a relationship with someone that's across the globe, but you feel like you know them like your whole life. So the Karachi team, they're amazing people, so hardworking, like going
above and beyond all the time for customers and for us as well. And yeah, I've always valued that. That was my second trip to Karachi. Obviously took some of my team with me. We've had sent engineers out there. We've been kind of sending different cohorts of people as well. Obviously we need to send you, Lauren, as well at some stage. But I like that the company value that it is important to get in person, and it is important to meet people and to do some social stuff as well, not just sit in a boardroom and, you know, put sticky notes on the wall and talk about plans and stuff. It is important to get out of that and have a dinner and have a bit of a laugh.
Absolutely. It breaks the barrier of, you know, maybe a tense conversation of, you know, I feel like we could have done this better or something. You know, you can always break out of being in a corporate setting. It makes it a lot easier. So definitely FaceTime is worthwhile.
I find all your follow-up conversations that you have with somebody who might be abroad just becomes much easier because they now know you personally. So what might be a Slack message where they might think, oh, was that a bit rude or something? They go, oh no, you know, I know Cian, he's not, that's not how he meant it. He meant it like this. And it kind of breaks down those barriers a little bit as well. So obviously you're saying if you're telling a friend then to come and work for us, is there a second thing then that you think is a great thing about working for Flipdish, or would be that thing that you would bring up in conversation?
I think career growth. I think I've grown in my career and personally within Flipdish, but I've literally gone from team to team to team, and there's never been a question of, no, you're doing well in this one role. We're going to keep you there because, you know, we'll just hire externally or whatever. It's always pushing yourself to the next, you know, the next stage. Career growth 100%. And I guess I'm a prime example of that. 6 roles
in 4 years.
Yeah.
Nearly 5.
5.
5 in March.
Yeah.
Wow. And obviously with that comes a sabbatical as well, right?
Yeah.
Any plans for it?
No sabbatical plans. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah, I feel like you couldn't leave this place for 6 weeks anyway, could you?
You never know.
The business will just burn down without you.
Debatable.
Yeah.
You'd hope so, but no.
It's also coming up for me now as well. So I've been thinking about what to do with that time, which I also think is another great benefit of working for the company, that, you know, after that time, they do reward you with some considerable time off as well to
absolutely
do whatever, do stuff for you. So it's nice to feel valued in that way, that they appreciate that we've put in this many years and that they're going to give back.
Yeah. No, I see Alex, and he's in Taiwan at the moment. So
living it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Place that I need to go to.
Put a just
Put it on the
Archie.
list.
Yeah. Little map you need up in your room.
Yeah.
Well, amazing. Thank you so much for talking to us. I know you're super busy, and I know I had to drag you into here to get you to do this. So
this not my forte, but I'm here.
Well,
I did it.
Thank you so.
I did it.
I think that's the best way to end it. I did it. Lauren, thank you so much.